Hey, welcome into the Snap. Week 6 start sit here live with your guy, Snap Fantasy, the duo back in business. Mack and Landon here to help you get things right heading into sort of the midway point of your fantasy season. Lando, what's going on?
Mac, I'm doing great. We're here to answer every single question. So make sure to get your comments in and questions in. Give us the best information you can. Scoring format, if you're projected to win or lose. We're here. We've got lots of news notes we got to go over first. But either way, we're here to help out. Thanks for coming by, everyone.
100%. Yeah, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and put your questions in the comment section. We will get to them in order. We answer every single question. But before we do that, we're going to get into a quick ins and outs segment here just to get you guys sort of on the same page as us. Now, not everybody is listed in this in and out, but it gives you sort of the bigger, more notable names. So we'll start here with the declared out players. Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, along with Jameis Winston and Marshawn Lattimore on the defensive side. So the Saints are a little bit shorthanded. Lattimore's not going to be there to shadow Jamar Chase. This game, I think, just speaks to a potentially... Oh, and Jarvis Landry is also not expected to play either. So, I mean, dial up the Marquez Callaway, maybe? The
Maybe.
Jawan Johnson?
Feels like Taysom Hill is a smash play this week.
That's another one. Yeah, could be huge. I mean, Andy Dalton in a 2 QB league is certainly not someone I'm looking to play. Even though you might not have any options, I would try to pivot if possible. But yeah, this game's going to be, I hope, all Cincy.
Alvin Kamara will also be a very good play, I think.
It's pure Alvin Kamara play.
He hasn't been very impressive, but he got a lot of targets, a lot of work last week. Cincinnati's defense isn't stout. I think I would start them based on how many players from the Saints are out. But either way, yeah, Kamara is not a start this week, in my opinion.
Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines are also both out today against Jacksonville, so it's going to be the Deion Jackson show once again.
Jacksonville defense is a great start, I think. For Jonathan Taylor owners, I think this is good that he's out. We didn't want him to be limited today and then disappointing. Then his value keeps going down. So I'm kind of okay with JT being out. You don't want him to play with a high ankle sprain. So it's been super disappointing for the first overall pick, but be patient. Maybe try to trade for him if you can.
Cam Akers also declared out. Daryl Henderson is an auto start if you have him, in my opinion. Really, really good matchup against the Carolina Panthers. And it's come out along with the Christian McCaffrey trade news. Cam Akers' name has been looped in here. The Rams are apparently trying to shop him before the deadline. And we look at some teams around the league that are running back needy. The Arizona Cardinals come to mind with James Conner. They lost Chase Edmonds to the Dolphins, and Eno Benjamin's really the only guy there with, I guess, Keontae Ingram as well. But we could see Cam Akers traded along with Christian McCaffrey, which would be super interesting. Where would you want to see Akers or McCaffrey go if you could pick a potential landing spot?
I mean, the dream landing spot for McCaffrey's Buffalo. And yeah, the word was that they were trying to acquire him. And I think that would be a great move for the Bills. And RIP to Devin Singletary and his fantasy production. He's been really good this year, actually. And I think he's going to be great today against Kansas City. But as far as Akers goes, I think that's a really tough one. I like your Arizona take. San Francisco might be like Jeff Wilson has been good, but we know how injured those Niners get. So getting some depth would be a pretty good spot. It seems like I don't think New England is in the market. Ramondre Stevenson seems to be the guy there.
Oh, yeah. Not on this list, Damian Harris, but he is out. And he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So, yeah, the Ramondre Stevenson show is about to be in full swing.
And then it's going to be Denver has to be top of the list as well. They still have playoff and Super Bowl aspirations despite their bad start. With Javonte going down, I think they do need some help. And Melvin Gordon's banged up. You still have Mike Boone still as a fringe flex play. So
Yeah,
I think Denver's in conversation.
I agree. The compliments of Boone and a Zigbo to go along with an aging Melvin Gordon, definitely not the trio that you want. But I mean, I think there's more problems with this team than the run game.
Yeah.
Offensive line, Russell Wilson, chemistry, like it's just not there.
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman is not going to start today against the New York Giants. Devin Duvernay remains a pretty solid option. He's currently the wide receiver 24 on the year. So getting it done for you off the waiver wire, most likely, or a later round pick in deeper leagues. But that's where we sit. I just want to mention as well on bye this week, the Lions, Raiders, Titans, and Texans. So if you have any of those players in your lineup, make that switch.
For everyone coming in here, like the video. We will get to your questions. We're just going through the news and notes and kind of give you some context to some of these questionables and ins and outs.
Yeah, 100%. Cooper Kupp is expected to play. He's dealing with a foot injury, but should be all signals go against the Panthers. Tyreek Hill as well, good to go. He is playing with a backup quarterback, not backup, I should say third string quarterback. Teddy and Tua, with the new concussion protocols, not going to make it through. Tua will start next week in primetime in week 7, but it will be third QB, Skylar Thompson, rookie quarterback, to facilitate the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Full disclosure, I'm fading Jalen Waddle this week. I'm still playing Tyreek Hill, but that's kind of where I sit on that split.
Yeah, love it. I'm very concerned about T. Higgins. I mean, he burned everyone last week being active and not actually stepping on the field. So it is such a good matchup against New Orleans. Marshawn Lattimore is out. I expect it to be a good game for the Bengals. But I think you need to look at your other options. Let us know who you have to start besides T. Higgins. For example, in a standard league, a non-PPR league, I'm starting Amari Cooper over T. Higgins. So that's where my line is right now. I want a floor play. T. Higgins still has a massive ceiling. If he's fully healthy, this guy could be incredible against New Orleans, but you have to weigh the risk. So if you do have a T. Higgins question, just give us some context here, because that's really the deciding factor, whether you're going to start T. Higgins or not.
Agreed. Yeah. Like I'm sitting down T. Higgins in 2 lineups. My other options over him, I've got Garrett Wilson, Devin Duvernay, and Amari Cooper's one as well. But then in another league, I have Elijah Moore, and it's like,
you're not setting.
I'm not. Yeah, like there's a spot where we draw the line. So T. Higgins to me is still worth a play, but I'm willing to go further down the list into like the wide receiver 3s in order to maybe make a switch. But if it's coming down to, no offense, but someone like Jacoby Myers, I'm still just going to play T. Higgins.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Jacoby Myers is expected to play though.
Right. Yeah. I think he's going to be a good start. He's going to get a ton of targets against Cleveland. So I think that's a very fine start for Myers.
Kyle Pitts also expected to play, but he will not be playing in my lineups.
Yeah, who cares?
I am pivoting. This matchup against San Francisco is terrible. San Francisco 49ers are allowing some of the least points to wide receiver and tight ends on the year. Absolutely stacked. Just their pass rush is unbelievable. And Marcus Mariota, when he can extend plays, he's doing okay, but it hasn't really been the case. So I'm going to pivot off. And actually one guy I'm pivoting to in a couple of my leagues, I own Tyler Higbee, and I'm playing him over Kyle Pitts. He was questionable to start the week. He is expected to play alongside Cooper Kupp and is the current target leader through 5 weeks. He has 48 targets through the first 5 weeks. That's more than Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce. So when we talk about tight end plays, you have the big ceiling play from a guy like Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, and now throw in Taysom Hill to that mix. The most consistent play volume-wise is Tyler Higbee so far through 5 weeks. So I'm going to chase that volume and opportunity.
Yeah, San Francisco's defense is a little bit banged up. So I could see Drake London or Kyle Pitts have a good game, but he hasn't proven anything so far. So I think if you do have a better pivot option, like Max said with Higbee, I think that's a great choice. Just Kyle Pitts is so disappointing. One of the serious bust candidates so far through 5 weeks.
Yeah, like he has a 23.7% target share. 9% of that is in the red zone. They haven't been making that many trips, scoring that many points, and Drake London has commanded even a bigger target share. I don't understand how he's only averaging 5 targets a week. This is a team who, instead of taking like a Mac Jones or a Justin Fields in the 2021 NFL draft, they went number 4 overall after the top 3 went, and they invested themselves into Kyle Pitts. How do you not have him as the focal point in your offense? I just don't understand it. They can't run the football, so you have to throw it. How does it not go 30% of the time to Pitts and London? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Just don't know. All right, guys, we will get to all your questions. Thanks for everyone coming in. Austin, Corey, Rogue.
Button, please.
Pardon?
I said click that like button, please. Subscribe to the channel if you're new.
Button.
We got you.
Is this a subscriber only stream? I'm not.
It is.
Sure. Nice. Love it. So appreciate y'all for coming by. We get to every single question. Like the video. If you do need your question answered right away, there is a super chat feature. Now, it's not necessary. We still get to everyone. But if you don't have time to sit around, you got more stuff to do on a Sunday morning, it helps the show. It's a small amount, and we do appreciate it very much.
And if you just can't wait for us to go through these in order, you can leave a super chat, even $1, and we'll get to your question right away.
We have Paz coming in here.
Our guy.
We very, very much appreciate you, Paz. Not necessary, but you are an every week supporter. So thank you so much.
That's our guy. Good question. Who do you like as top tight end streamers? He's rolling with Evan Ingram currently. Dropped Juju since someone dropped Damian Harris. I like that. Desperate for running back. Not sure if that's a W. I love you, Snap Army. We love you, bro. We love you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, let's answer the question first. Top tight end streamers, Evan Ingram. I'm kind of done with Juju, unfortunately. Been really disappointing. Travis Kelce's like the guy there. But a good streaming option this week, I like Irv Smith.
Yeah, I was going to ask you also about Robert Tonyan. I mean, he hasn't been a guy that's been consistent, and they need weapons for Green Bay. Is Robert Tonyan just a touchdown-dependent tight end just like everyone else, or is he going to start getting the work? He's got the Jets this week. It's a tough one.
Well, the thing with Tonyan is he's not going to crap your team. He's got a very low floor, but he is involved, and he has got 1 touchdown on the year so far.
Right.
If you're talking about tight ends that have a high chance at a touchdown, it's got to be an offense that scores, that's efficient in the red zone, and the Packers are just that. If you want more of a volume play, I think Irv Smith is a little bit better this week against a Miami team that could probably struggle. So,
and I don't really mind Evan Ingram. Like Evan Ingram,
no, I don't either.
He's the Jaguars own the Colts and should again today, and I think Evan Ingram is going to be fine. Looking at the targets, I mean, he had 10 targets last week against Houston.
Yep,
I'm fine chasing those targets because at the end of the day, I mean, neither Irv Smith or Tonyan have ever seen double-digit targets, so I'm fine working that in with Evan Ingram. We know he's a move tight end. He doesn't block. I think it's just fine chasing those targets.
Yeah, the only thing I want to look at, I remember looking at him and seeing that his red zone target share was low. Yeah, 7%.
You're right. So I think it's fine. I think Evan Ingram is an absolute fine start.
Yeah, he's fine. Again, you're looking for the touchdown, right? And that's, in my opinion, that's all that you want. Robert Tonyan, just for comparison, 12% target share in the red zone. 17% in the red zone. So he is, 10% higher chance than Evan Ingram. And then you factor in the Packers, Aaron Rodgers. I like Tonyan's chances of a touchdown better than Evan Ingram, but you're right, the volume's there. So it really is a question of volume versus touchdown.
Yeah. I think if Irv is available, I think he is my number one. option.
Agreed.
His depth of target's really good, so he's moving the ball deep downfield, which is great to see against Miami. Kirk Cousins should be able to move the ball very freely and openly. So I think, yeah, I mean,
We'll
Irv Smith looks great in that 84 as well. Looks more like a wide receiver.
You can't wear 84, man. You just can't. Snap, I remember Griffin. Standard league projected to win. I cannot decide between my running back 2, wide receiver 2, and a flex. He's got Walker, Jeff Wilson, AJ Dillon, Travis Etienne. So let's start there. We need to pick a running back here and a flex.
And Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with that too. Jeff Wilson still remains a strong play. Mm-hmm. Kenneth Walker is going to get a bundle of work.
AJ Dillon's been awful, man.
He started the year very strong and just has lost the work to Aaron Jones, which I'm not shocked. Aaron Jones is great. We got to pick a wide receiver between London, McKenzie, Palmer, Duvernay, Cobb, Dubs, Thielen. I think honestly, with Rashad Bateman out, my first inkling is to go to Devin Duvernay.
He looked good. He was used a lot. I was talking to Mac earlier, like jet sweeps. He's in the backfield with the Ravens struggling at the running back position. I think that Duvernay is going to get involved. Now, Thielen also, I know he likes to make disappearing acts, and Kirk Cousins just doesn't look his way. It only looks Jefferson's way. But I mean, Thielen should be, in theory, be very reliable.
I would order the top 3: Duvernay, Thielen, London.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the matchup for the Falcons is just so bad today that I don't want to prioritize like Pitts or London in my advice, but I would play Duvernay over.
Yeah, and I think Thielen's a close second. And just
what are we doing with James Robinson and Travis Etienne?
Yeah, I'm staying away from.
I love it, Drowsy. James Robinson's somebody who started really strong to the year, but his snap share is going down slowly, and he is losing work to Travis Etienne slowly. It's not a very dramatic shift in work, but it's a slow transition from one to the other, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't seem to get James Robinson right. I was out on him early, and he proved me wrong, and then I was in on him last week, just like everyone else. He was the highest owned player on DraftKings last week in the Millionaire Maker, and he busted everyone's team.
Which is crazy.
Well, he was so good.
I know.
Right? And he was against Houston.
Yeah. He started off the year 50% snap share, then went up to 63, and then now has fallen to 40 attempts. Week 2 was a season high, 63% snap share, 23 attempts, 2 targets through the air, 25 total opportunities, now down to 12. Like literally cut in half.
Yeah.
You look at Travis Etienne, it's the exact opposite. Started slow, slowly picking up steam. What are we doing with Jacoby Myers? I see him as a wide receiver 4 with wide receiver 3 upside.
He's similar to a Thielen and Duvernay in my mind.
Sure.
So closer to that flex play, that wide receiver 3.
And if we look historically, Jacoby Myers not the biggest red zone threat. I mean, it took him over a season to score his first touchdown. If we're talking about who can score, who can make a big play, who can score a touchdown downfield, or who can command that red zone target, it's Thielen and Duvernay over a guy like Jacoby Myers. So I'm going to go there for sure. Gary McCord taking time off the golf scene. Appreciate it. Dubs, Thielen, Pickens, pick 2, having to play Mike Boone 2, half PPR, yuck.
Thielen, and then between Dubs.
Thielen, Dubs. Yeah, I
don't
want to play Pickens against the Bucks.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a tough one. I agree. Going Dubs is the play. He's right now the rookie to start in Green Bay, getting those targets. So should be good. But thanks for everyone watching. We have 27 people watching, only 16 likes. Toss a like on the video.
Get those likes up, guys. Last year we got to 100 in a stream. Is today the day that we repeat on that?
I think we can. Ken Walker. Let's get the hype on Ken Walker. This guy is the real deal. Love it.
Kenny Dub.
Exactly.
Brandon.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
One Way wants to join the Snap crew. That's the guy.
You got to do it on desktop. That's the problem. YouTube, Mobile feature, just not there. Full PPR pick 2, Benjamin, Melvin Gordon, Najee Harris. Hate that I may have to sit Najee, but that's what it's looking like. That's what I would do, brother.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. It hurts to say that, honestly. I saw 2 trades go down this week involving Najee Harris, one in a dynasty league, and for what he was departed for is just criminal. But we're talking about a guy who we're talking Najee Harris only played 49% of snaps last week. Jalen Warren out-touched and outproduced Najee Harris last week. I'm not saying Najee Harris is washed. I'm not saying he's lost it. I'm saying this offensive line is terrible. This offense is struggling with a transition at quarterback. And Najee's a little bit banged up. And I like it's just a combination that just is not working. Give me, Benjamin. Give me Melvin Gordon. Probably have more opportunity, probably play more than Najee this week. And the matchup for the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Bucs is horrendous. So I think we just have to, even though we might puke in our mouth a little bit, just pivot. You agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do want to get to Paz because he did do a super chat.
Sure.
Adding Cam Akers right now. Would you do that or Rachaad White? Rachaad White is one of everyone's favorite stashes.
I'll still pick up Cam Akers. I'll still pick up Cam Akers because Leonard Fournette, let's face it, is not going anywhere.
No, you're banking on an injury.
You are. And Cam Akers, if healthy, is the presumed starter for the Rams. So let's just go with that, even though he's been terrible. But what if he gets traded?
Well, that's the thing. If he gets traded to a team that actually wants to use him, that has a banged up running back core,
forget even that. If he gets traded, you could just sell the hype.
Well, that's it. And that's what it is. His value goes up once he gets traded. And that would be probably the optimal strategy, is to sell before he has a chance to do anything with his new team. I do love Rachaad White as a stash, though. I mean, he's every analyst's favorite stash.
Not over Cam Akers, though.
Right. Okay.
Even though I don't love it.
Yeah.
I just, the potential for Cam Akers is much higher than Rachaad White, barring any injury. I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Rachaad White hasn't shown anything to make anyone believe that he's special.
No. Sleek, full PPR, Thielen, Lazard, Benjamin, also Geno or Russ, 6 point per passing touchdown. I at this point, with how bad Russell Wilson's been, how good Geno Smith's been, I don't understand how we could go Russ over Geno.
I know.
Like two weeks ago, I dropped Russell Wilson in a couple leagues. I've let go.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that I own him in 2 QB leagues. It really hurts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm playing Geno where I have him.
And I wish I had Geno in more places.
I know. And until things change, I'm just going to keep rolling Geno. Like, he hasn't had a bad week.
No, and I suppose the only downside is he Jared Goff, because Jared Goff was like the number 1 quarterback until he wasn't, and then he busted and didn't score a point. Sure, Geno could go back down to earth, but I mean, you have to start him until proven otherwise.
You do. Like, just to read off his finishes here, or not finishes, points. The last 3 weeks: 20, 31.7, 24. That's in a 4-point league. Yeah, 6 would be even better.
Very, very impressive.
In terms of Thielen, Lazard, Eno.
I think I like Eno, man.
Yeah. He can catch the ball. He's going to get a lot of work today. Mm-hmm. I think it would be between him and Lazard.
Yeah.
But yeah, go Eno.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Aaron Jones or DK Metcalf. I think you have to roll Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I really like DK. I think Aaron Jones hasn't been the guy we've hoped he was going to be this year. He's had one really big game, and the rest are just very average and mediocre. So I think it just depends on ceiling and floor play. Mm-hmm. I think DK's, man, it's tough. They're very close. I think I want to lean DK for the ceiling, but against the Jets, it feels like Aaron Jones is going to have a big game. They're both top 10 at their respective positions.
Aaron Jones, well, they've both shown that they can have like week winning performances for you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with the guy that probably gets the ball more.
Right. Yeah.
36 people currently with us. Get a like on this video. We're going to get to
Please.
every single question, working our way through the comments. Got Jeff McGarry here. T. Higgins is in. I'm streaming Hurst as my tight end. With his lower ceiling, do you think it's worth a shot to pick up Fant based on his matchup with the Cards? Gracias.
I would just keep both Bengals in there.
I would too. Yeah. Like T. Higgins is a tough one. We kind of talked about him at the beginning of the stream, but if you have a, wide receiver 3 option that you want to just go for, like a, Devin Duvernay, for example, we talked about, that would be a nice pivot over T. Higgins, who's probably available in your leagues. But other than that, like, I'm probably just going to roll T. Higgins over a lot of options.
Yep.
Like I've got like a T. Higgins or Josh Palmer, and it's just like, I'm just going to go T. Higgins and I'll accept what happens if he doesn't play.
I like it.
You can also get Duvernay, but would have to drop Dubs, Pickens, Thielen. No, I would just
keep your guys.
I mean, you could drop Pickens, but I do like him. But that would be the only guy I would consider. Claire, good morning. 10-team half PPR. Should I make the potentially bold claim to 1, sit CEH for Ken Walker, playing Ramondre at RB1, love the play, and play Taysom Hill without Jameis over Goddard? Good questions.
Really good question. I would do number 1. I would sit Clyde Edwards and start Ken Walker. I'm doing it in the league. We love to chase the high point totals, and the Kansas City Buffalo game is going to be a huge over-under. And I do think it doesn't matter what rush defense the Buffalo Bills have. They have a great defense. The Chiefs are going to score, and Clyde was probably going to get in the end zone, but there's a chance that that Kelsey gets 4 touchdowns again.
Right.
Clyde was 6 inches away from a touchdown last week. The usage and the way Jerick McKinnon gets used, I think I just go Ken Walker. We know I'm hyped for him. I think he has top 12 potential this week. I don't know if Clyde does.
Well, here's the thing that we talked about. If you guys missed our midweek show, we talked about buys and sells. And one of the biggest sells we had was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And it's like, he's the fantasy running back number 8 in standard and PPR so far this year.
Yep.
The reason why he's the same in both is because he has 5 touchdowns on the year.
Mm-hmm.
He's scoring or averaging a touchdown per week. But when you look at his snap share, his opportunities, he's only broken 50% snap share one time. One time. He's on the field less than 50% of the time, 80% of the time. So it's like when you look at a guy who's been super efficient and capitalized on high value touches, it's been Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that's something that we know is not sustainable. So I'm going to take the more opportunity, more volume, go with Ken Walker. In terms of Hill over Goddard, this is a really, really tough one.
I think I still go Goddard. I have him ranked higher. If you are really down, Claire, and you need a big play, Taysom Hill, he can get 4 rushes and 2 touchdowns. He's so efficient. He only has 1 reception on the year. So if you're in a PPR league, he doesn't help you. He's basically a running back. So would you want to start Taysom Hill as a running back with a split workload with Alvin Kamara, or tight end that's been probably the third or fourth most consistent tight end on the year, probably going to get 7 or 8 targets in a good game against Dallas? I think I do lean Goddard, but I don't blame you for going Taysom Hill after what he did last week.
Yeah, I'll go Goddard. I know the ceiling is there for Taysom Hill, especially in a game like this. Like, no doubt he could score multiple touchdowns in this game and just, be the Swiss Army knife this team needs. But I'm just going to go with the reliable play because Taysom Hill can also score like 0. Like, you have to accept that outcome. Dallas Goedert's not going to goose you.
He hasn't been. He's been very, very good.
Very solid. So in a close matchup, I would just go with the more reliable play. Justin comes in with Waddle or Pickens in a full PPR. I am fading Waddle this week, but not to this extent.
Not that much.
Yeah. Start Bailey Zappi against Cleveland or Cooper Rush against Philly. I have Matthew Stafford, who I'm already starting with Tannehill on bye in my 2 QB league.
I would have to go with Cooper Rush the way he's been playing. I know Philly defense is great, but Bailey Zappi just
he ain't it.
He ain't it right now.
And we had somebody come by last week and say that you should start him over Geno Smith. I said, come back next week and tell me how that works out. And I haven't seen him so far.
Where is he? Yeah, where is he?
Where are you at? Come back and tell me you were wrong. It's okay. We'll accept it. I'll admit when I'm wrong too.
Hey, we put our face and reputation on the line each and every week with these start sets, but
it's not easy, man.
It's not easy.
We got Rogue XBL coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you.
First year in fantasy. Appreciate you finding us and coming in, man.
In my first year of fantasy, I wasn't doing any reading, any research, getting any opinions or advice. No. And I would have been better off
in the first round.
Ooh. Still trying to get to use to fantasy. Ken Walker or Jeff Wilson, 1 point per 10 yards. Yeah, so your typical, and 6 point per TD. Awesome. This is a really tough one, man. Yeah. Like both are going to get the opportunity. Yeah. I would love to know who you potentially have at your running back 1 or 2 already, but this one's tough. Like, looking at matchups. Kenneth Walker against the Cardinals, really, really good. Jeff Wilson against the Atlanta Falcons, also really good. Really good.
Could you flex one of these guys? Because I think
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'd love to know who you have in your flex or in your other running back. If you have like a Najee Harris, for example, as your RB1, I would just get Walker and Wilson both in.
Correct.
So I would love to know, Rogue, if you're still here, who your other players are at the flex or at the RB1 or 2.
Like I would start one of those running backs over like an Amari Cooper,
sure.
Tyler Lockett, even.
Sure.
Even Lockett's been great. So let me know.
I would play these guys over like T. Higgins if you were flexing him.
Yeah, which is bold.
I think Ken Walker and Jeff Wilson both have the ability to be top 12 options this week.
They do. I think they do as well.
So Rogue, let us know if you're still here. We'll follow up on this. We'll give you some more feedback, my man.
Yeah.
I gotta
appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta
find us where we are. We're
back on Gator Fan.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen injury, which is still lingering. Am I right? Starting Palmer over Marquez Callaway, Rashad White, or Jerick McKinnon?
So I think you're
fine.
I mentioned I like Josh Palmer's a very fine start. I like Jerick McKinnon the way he's been used, but there's also a range of outcomes where it's the Clyde show. And
yep.
I think Josh
Palmer's probably your best play there.
Yep.
Marvin Jones is out. Thoughts on how Zay Jones will do? Zay Jones is a nice flex play.
Yeah, flex.
We'll keep it at that. Mostert or Eno Benjamin? Whew. Also tough. I think I'm Eno. But I just look to the distinct change in preference between backs between Edmonds and Mostert, and Mostert has just taken over that first and second down workload. And then you factor in that they've got Skylar Thompson, their third string quarterback. I think they're going to lean heavily on the run today. I would probably go Mostert.
Okay.
Yeah. Sutton, Waddle, or Godwin?
If you have to start one, I lean Godwin, but it's between Godwin and Sutton. We're going to sit Waddle this week, Austin. So
I'll sit Waddle given those other options.
Correct. Yeah.
But I think Godwin is the most elite of those three.
Yeah.
Eno or Walker. Now we're just like Rogue's super chat, we're forced to choose.
Right.
I'll go Walker.
I'm going Walker as well.
Warren, who do I flex? PPR projected to lose, A-Rob, Corey Davis, or pick up Gage, Slayton, or Cobb? Julio Jones is still out. I don't think Russell Gage elevates himself to enough of a target share, and I don't know that I want to lean on whatever volume is coming from Daniel Jones. A-Rob's just been so disappointing. I think it's between A-Rob and Randall Cobb, and I'd probably still just go A-Rob.
Yeah, it's tough. Slayton, I added in a couple of deep dynasty leagues. They don't have anyone else, right? and they're doing everything they can not to get Slayton involved for whatever reason. Hope for the touchdown with A-Rob, I guess. War, that's a tough one.
It's brutal.
Doesn't feel good. I don't want to start Corey Davis. He can get the bomb touchdown, but when's that going to happen? Usually when we tell Warren to sit a player, he has a good game.
I mean, Cobb at least you can talk about has been targeted. And we know Aaron Rodgers' safety blanket is him.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Corey Davis is out. It's between A-Rob and
13 Cobb. Targets last week for Randall Cobb. That's wild. But the closest after that was 4. Like, it was a bit of an outlier last week.
For the Ken or Wilson question, currently I have CMC at RB1, Ken Walker at RB2, and Wilson at the flex. Yeah, I love that. I think that's solid.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah. Again, Walker, Wilson, both potential running back ones this week. So, Rogue, I think you're in a good spot with those 3. Lots of volume, lots of opportunity. You're going to crush it.
Thank you so much, Rogue. We very much appreciate the support every single week.
Absolutely.
Glad you found us.
Do we see a massive increase in ETN's role this week? Not particularly.
Not a massive increase.
I think the nice thing with him is it's been a steady increase week over week. You know, he
had bad ones with like 37, 43% snap share, but now the 50-50 split with James Robinson has been
the 50-50 split and getting targets in the passing game, 5 last week for 43 yards. Like, Travis Etienne is going to give you a little bit of both worlds, receiving and rushing. So, I don't think we're going to see a massive change, but if it's a steady change, I like that a lot.
Yeah, if he somehow gets up to 60%, that's huge for Travis Etienne and his outlook. He'd be a trade target if that was the case. He might still be.
Najee Harris, Romeo Doubs, Alec Pierce, Jared Jeudy need to pick 2 in a PPR.
I mean, we've hated on Najee Harris, and this is a tough question. Najee still gets the work. He still gets the volume. We haven't seen him get the targets. You're in a PPR league, and targets are so valuable. So if he just gets, even if he gets 18 carries, no touchdowns because it's a tough matchup, like, what do you do? It's really, really tough.
I think for sure here I'm starting Jerry Jeudy over Najee Harris. The question is, do we start Romeo Doubs over Najee Harris? And I think the answer is yes. I love what I saw out of Alec Pierce last week and the opportunity. I'm not there yet on him to start him. But I will start Doubs and Jeudy over Harris.
We need
Doubs. That's close to the line for me with Romeo Doubs, but I still think I like him over Najee.
We need Doubs to get more targets still. I mean, he was down to 5 targets last week. Like I said, Cobb had a ton. So that I would say it would go more towards those. Hopefully, we need 10 targets for Romeo Doubs to get him to be an every week start.
Yeah. No, you're right. But I still think I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Snap Army member EZ Daddy Wan'Dale Robinson in his rookie debut, or Rondell Moore, full PPR projected to lose. Always the underdog. # Snap Army, my guy. It's tough, man. Like, I like Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm just not willing to start him in his debut. So as much as Rondell Moore has been disappointing, I think I'm still going to go there.
I think you're going to Rondell Moore.
Rondell over Wan'Dale.
Yeah, I think Wan'Dell's a great stash, and I saw Claire down the line had that as a question. We'll get to that later, but I think Rondell Moore, if you're in a full PPR league, he does get the targets. Unfortunately, it's at the line of scrimmage, but we know he's super athletic. He can get it, take anything to the house, and I like the game script in the Seattle Cardinals matchup a lot.
Wow, breaking news from Jay Glazer of ESPN. The Rams are actively trying to trade running back Cam Akers, and he's unlikely to ever play for the Los Angeles Rams again. Even if they can't trade him, the belief is that he has played his last snap for the team.
Crazy.
Wow.
What a world. So something happened real quick with Cam Akers.
Wheels up on Daryl Henderson.
Yeah, add your Daryl Hendersons or Kyron Williams too if he's
Stop. Pause. I'm going to call it right now. Sunday, October 16th at 12:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Carolina Panthers are going to trade Christian McCaffrey to the Los Angeles Rams in a Super Bowl repeat quest and part with Cam Akers and picks. That is going to be my official take.
Do they have picks left? They've been going for the championship they did last year, trading away all their picks.
They're going to be like my guy Tony. Like whenever they get that new round of 2025, 2026 draft picks eligible, they're just going to trade them. Away they go.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm going to call that now. Circle back to this video when it happens. Jacob Schneider, Higgins or McKenzie in a PPR. I'm going to assume T. Higgins. This is kind of where I draw the line. Like, I do like Isaiah McKenzie. There's lots of mouths to feed in that Bills offense. I'm just going to go with T. Higgins, and whatever happens, happens.
Yep, I like that as well.
Mini D or Cincy D? Cincy, right?
I think Cincy, yeah. Cincy's the better defense.
Russ or Daniel Jones in a full PPR? Good Lord.
Daniel Jones.
The problem is with Russ is, nothing's going to happen to him, so it's not really a problem. But they play Monday night, is what I got to say.
Daniel Jones at least has the rushing floor, which we really like.
Agreed.
Right?
I just don't want to have to come down to Monday night for me in my matchup to rely on Russell Wilson and him disappoint me again.
No, last week, Daniel Jones had 10 rushing attempts. You'll love to see that.
Yep. Boss Maine, what up? Full PPR, Knox or Pitts, flex Christian Kirk or Melvin Gordon. And lastly, DST, Patriots or Packers. Pats have been a menace on D lately.
So high over under game. Knox is back healthy, and you've been a hater on Russell Knox.
Dawson Knox.
Russell Knox. Dawson Knox. And Pitts has been trash. What do you do, Mac? I can't wait for you to answer this question.
Next question. Oh man. So it's gonna be a really solid game. I think I'm just okay starting Kyle Pitts. Dawson Knox been banged up with a little bit of a foot injury. He hasn't really been great either. So I'm just gonna go with the guy that probably gets targeted more or first, and Pitts.
Right.
What do you like?
Yeah, sure. I don't have a huge lean. I'm trying not to be a Knox fanboy because I've liked him, but he hasn't. He's been injured all year. It's been tough. I can't.
Are we starting him in Scott Fishbowl?
Are we? I think we're not, right?
We're not. Yeah.
No.
There it is.
Yeah. So just start Pitts. I think you just stick with Pitts and wait to see his usage. I'm fine if Knox actually goes off and gets 8 targets his first game back. That would be very impressive. Also Pitts was injured too, so there's that.
In terms of Christian Kirk or Melvin Gordon, I'm going to go Melvin Gordon.
I think Melvin Gordon. If you're down in the matchup, I think Kirk. We've seen him have those big games.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Melvin has a safe floor. He should get 15 or so attempts and 4 or 5 targets, and hopefully he gets in the end zone. That's kind of where I see Melvin Gordon, his game script.
And then as the defense, I'll probably just take the Packers. I know the Patriots have been really good, but I like the higher chance for turnovers today with Zach Wilson.
Patriots have a really good schedule. So if you actually are rostering both, I still like to start the Packers and just wait for the Patriots schedule.
What's our like count at right now, Lando?
We are 38. Let's get up we're trying to get up to 100 guys. Let's
go 50. Push those likes. Let's go.
50. We got 37 people watching the stream. I know we've got some new viewers, so like the video. It really helps the channel. Get those likes up, guys. So 41 like that. Appreciate y'all.
We're gonna get to every single question. Let's try to maybe pick up the pace just a little bit here. Where are we? Emmy, pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. Gallup, Zay Jones, Etienne, Judy, Romeo Dubs, Pickens. We got to pick 3. Two of them have to be wide receivers.
Yeah, Gallup and Zay Jones, I think, is where I go at the wide receiver over Jeudy. Do you agree?
You like Gallup and Zay Jones over Jeudy?
I think so.
No.
You like Jeudy better. Over which one?
I'm going to be no help. I'm going to go Jeudy, Dubs, and Etienne.
Why Dubs over Gallup and Zay Jones?
I mean, we're talking about basically equal opportunity, no?
Zay Jones has been pretty good. I think that his targets are better, but I'd have to look it up to vet. I don't own Zay Jones anywhere, but
I mean, Zay Jones.
He had 8 targets last week.
Only games he's played 9, 4, 11, 8.
Right.
He missed a week, so his finish is whatever. Romeo Dubs, last 3 games 8, 8, 5. I mean, it's a coin flip. Honestly, I like the matchup. You could go between Jones and Dubs. I'm okay. Pickens is out against Tampa Bay, but I would definitely play Jeudy, put him in your flex, and I would definitely play Etienne as well.
What are your thoughts on Gallup moving forward? He only had 5 targets last week, but we like the talent and hopefully a high over a good game against Philadelphia.
Stashed him in a lot of leagues and happy to play him. I do think I need to see Dak, though, back on the field.
Right. He only played on 55% of snaps, which is discouraging after a better snap share week, his first week back. I want to see the 70+% snap share from Gallup.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. You like Zay Jones, I like Dubs, but we're agreed on Etienne and Jeudy.
Sure.
Okay. Pats or Bengals DST. I will take the Bengals today.
I think so too. Yep.
Austin Grant, Deion Jackson, or Daryl Henderson is RB2. I'm kind of screwed up on injuries and buys. As good as Deion Jackson was, I still think Daryl Henderson's better.
Yeah, now that he should be getting all the work in LA, I think that's a good call.
Minnesota or Minnesota defense?
Or Cincinnati.
I just had to put it up.
Yeah.
I would probably go Cincy.
Sure.
Anytime I can get a matchup with a third string rookie quarterback, I'm in. I'm interested. He's gonna throw.
You mean Minnesota's matchup?
Huh?
Minnesota plays Skylar Thompson. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Since he plays,
they play New Orleans.
Oh, they got Dalton with no receivers.
Right.
Yeah, I'll switch that then. I'll go mini. Sorry, I had the matchups switched in my head. Start 2 in a full PPR: Aaron Jones, Brees, or Ken Walker. Whoo! What a list!
What a list is right.
Let's flex the third one.
Flex one. Yeah, exactly. Start all 3. Who's your flex?
Yeah. Caesar, put whoever you have in your flex out and put one of these guys in.
Yeah. I'll check down the list, Caesar, if you're still around. And unless you're starting Stephon Diggs, I mean.
Yeah, and if we're going to give some advice here about who should go in the flex spot, I believe the Seattle Seahawks play a 4:00 game, so Walker would be your flex. B, growing stuff. Half PPR, Juju or Alec Pierce. Oh, boy.
I'll go with Juju. Yeah, I'm going to take the high over-under game in Juju as well.
Agreed.
We do have a super chat. Francisco coming in here. Drake London or Kenneth Walker in the flex, my dude. And I am taking the hype train on Kenneth Walker.
Get those Kenny Dubs today.
Jump on the Kenny Dubs train.
Heck yeah.
We'll get that trending on Twitter.
Francisco, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Evan, hey guys, Ramondre Stevenson versus the Browns or Dalvin Cook versus the Dolphins. Full PPR. Will the Browns lack a run defense? Be a huge factor. Can we play them both?
Yeah, like what other running back do you have? Do you have Christian McCaffrey as your other running back? Like, how would that be possible?
You couldn't. You just unless you made a trade. Yeah, like I would be trying to start both of them somehow, some way. I would be trying to flex Stevenson, if you could.
Stevenson had like 18 carries last week, I think. 25 carries.
He's gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook saw basically a 50-50 split last week with Alexander Mattison, lost work on the goal line to Alexander Mattison. Like, we do have to be mindful of that. I'm not saying Stevenson over Cook. I'm saying there's got to be a way to get them both in your lineup.
I'll say it. Stevenson over Cook.
Okay, relax. I need a streaming tight end. Anyone beside Dalton Schultz? I think Dalton Schultz is a good option.
He gave you a donut last week. That's why you're concerned. I prefer Hayden Hurst if he's available on waivers.
Irv Smith?
Irv Smith would be fine.
Even Daniel Bellinger from the New York Giants.
I don't know if I'm willing to go that far.
I'm willing.
I doubt Njoku or Everett are available off waivers, but yeah, those are some other options.
Chris, Bettinger, Sanders, or Mostert in a full PPR. I'm going Sanders.
I'm going Sanders as well.
Start one, Smith, JK, or ETN. I assume that's Devontae Smith.
And that's who I'd go with.
I would as well. I got offered Devontae Adams for Tyler Lockett and Hollywood Brown. Do I take it to pair with Mike Evans and CeeDee Lamb?
I would want Adams over Lockett and Hollywood, I think. Yeah. I know, like on paper, both those guys have been really, really good, but Lockett, they still have DK as the number one. Hollywood has Hopkins coming back, and I think with your wide receiver core with Evans and CD, you get another elite guy. So just go with Devontae. If you want to wait a week, you could do that and wait till they're off bye week.
Full PPR start CD or DK. Appreciate you every week. We appreciate you coming by.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to say CD here, but I am probably going to lean DK.
I'm going DK as well.
Walker or Benjamin. It's Kenneth Walker.
I'm going Kenneth Walker as well.
Please choose two in a full PPR. Myers, Walker, Najee, Jeff Wilson.
Walker, Jeff Wilson.
Agreed. Rolando, RB2, Waddle, or Devontae Smith.
I'll go Devontae Smith.
I will as well. Wilson in PPR, but Kenneth in standard. Slightly more targets for Wilson. Tough question.
He's answering the question.
Yeah, I think you're good with your thoughts there. Half PPR, 1 QB, Ken Walker, Tyler Lockett, and Geno or Justin Herbert. Dang.
I'm still gonna go Herbert. Even Geno has a great matchup, and we like him.
And I'll go Ken Walker over Tyler Lockett as well.
I think so. I think so.
Full PPR, need one. Pittman, Johnson, Waddle.
Oh, man.
I'll just take Pittman.
Yeah, go Pittman. I know it's gross. Sorry, Sleek.
Yeah. Trying to find Mr. Mooning. Oh, that was the Myers, Walker, Najee, Wilson. He's also got Deontay or DJ Moore, and I'm still going to stay with those options.
Yep.
Dubs or London in a PPR? I'll play London.
I'll go London, I think.
Thoughts on picking up Wandell as a stash in 10 team? He's expected to play today, but he would have to drop Hines as the JT owner. Palmer, Elijah Moore could risk waiting on waivers. I'm okay dropping Nyheim Hines.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you.
I
just don't want to rely on him.
He's a roster clog. The fact that he's out at the same time as JT is just tragic, and Deion Jackson needs to be the start.
Yep.
So yeah,
and Deion Jackson didn't play today for some of you. Yeah.
I'm good with it. I think Wandell is a higher upside stash play. I like him. He could be the number one in that New York offense. And if you're in a keeper league, he's a better keeper as well.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be hard to rely on him. Don't get me wrong. Like Wandell Robinson is going to be a safe start week in and week out with Daniel Jones at the quarterback, but he's got that high upside play.
Comes down to it. It's like when the time comes, would you be willing to play Wandell over Palmer or Elijah Moore? If the answer to that question is yes, then you do it. If you think you're improving your wide receiver position, and if not, you keep your running back the way it is. That's the way I see it.
That's some good analysis.
45 of you in here with us right now. If you could just click that like button, really helps us get out to more people. So we appreciate it. Getting through every single question here. Eric, full PPR, Eno Benjamin or CEH, need the upside. Had two players that played in the garbage on Thursday.
Right. Yeah.
Clyde's been in the end zone every single week that probably happens again today in a really high over-under game. I'm probably just going to go with CEH, but there is more potential opportunity for Eno. So I'm just going to go with the game that has more points.
Yeah, I'm going Clyde as well. It's close. Really, really close. The snap share for Eno is going to be 70% versus Clyde's 50. But it's a tough one, Eric. I don't blame you if you want to go Eno for the floor, but if you need the upside play, it's going to be Clyde. Could it get in the end zone multiple times?
What should I do with Kupp and Higbee? They haven't been updated. Yeah, they did actually. So they're still questionable, but they are expected to play per Adam Schefter. He tweeted that out this morning. So
don't worry about the questionable tags. They'll be healthy.
Yeah, everyone's questionable at this point in the season. Higgins or DJ Moore in a full PPR. This is where I'm like willing to go DJ Moore.
Are you? Yeah, I think I'm willing to go Higgins.
Yeah, I mean, PJ Walker has had a tendency to target DJ Moore when starting. Right. So I'm okay with that sort of hyper targeting mentality, but like, let's face it, there's a potential that T Higgins comes out and does exactly what he did last week, is questionable, does not return, and you're just like, well, I got zero.
Floor play is still DJ Moore, and the Rams have not been that good against wide receivers. Like, despite what they should be on paper, they're giving up a lot of fantasy points to wide receivers. So for the floor play, I'm good with DJ Moore.
Judy or Lazard?
I think we want Judy.
It's close, but I agree. Half PPR, start Kirk, Myers, Dobbins in the flex. I'll take Dobbins.
Yeah, I think Dobbins is where I leaned as well.
Yep. 2,700 subs for the channel. Appreciate you guys for subbing. We do this every single week. So if you like coming by, getting some thoughts, your start sits, we got you.
What are our likes at? We're at 47 likes. Let's get up to 50 real quick. And we got half an hour till kickoff. Let's get up to 100, guys. We can do it.
We kind of talked about T. Higgins bundle in this stream, but Cole's notes. If you have better options, like, we just sort of talked about like Jerry Jeudy, Alan Lazard, DJ Moore, Devin Duvernay. I would start all those guys over him this week, I think.
Yeah. It just depends on your risk level, Finn. That's what it comes down to. He still has the upside. We've seen him take massive passes to the house. We hope he's fully healthy, but I'm fine having him on your bench. Even if he goes off, then he's back to fully healthy and you can start him week in and week out, and he's that stud with upside.
Pretty set with my team. I'll run it by you. Just enjoy hearing you guys chat football each week. Hope everything is good. Or hope you're having a good weekend. Yeah, Stuart, appreciate you coming by, man. And evening, are you like in a UK area? Because that would be pretty cool if you were.
Here's his team. He's got Henry on bye. We've got Walker, Chubb, wide receivers are Brown and Williams. Played Mooney. Ooh.
Which you're not disappointed with the Mooney play?
Yeah, he did more than I thought he would do. And Deontay Johnson on the bench. That's a bold play to sit Deontay and start Mooney, but no, I think the lineup looks good, Stu.
I think Deontay Johnson, we kind of talked about him midweek, is an interesting sell candidate because he had 13 targets last week, but he's not somebody I'm looking to rely on. I'm not really looking to rely on any Pittsburgh options offensively. Maybe their defense in the odd spot here or there, but I'm just not willing to do that. But Walker and Chubb, really, really solid. AJ Brown is elite. And I like the Mooney pivot over Deontay. I mean, I can't see it burning you by too much. If Deontay gets in the end zone, that could be the difference. But volume wise, I think you're going to be okay. Yeah, solid.
Unfortunately, Mark can't send us a super chat, but that's all right.
But that's all right. Mark, we'll go to your question here. Start one. Thielen, Ayuk, Claypool, Rondell Moore, or Cobb in a full PPR. I think I'll have the same answer as you here.
Thielen.
Yeah, Thielen for the touchdown upside. He's just a man that gets into the paint. So go with the guy. April, welcome back. See you every single week. PPR, if Deebo Samuel and Chris Godwin are my wide receivers, who should I flex between Kirk and Jeff Wilson or J.K. Dobbins. We'll say it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jeff Wilson.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you got Debo already starting. Jeff is a really good play this week.
Agreed. Yeah. Or Jeff Wilson. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Jeff Wilson. I went the full name again. You went the first name.
I tried to match it up with you. We went like the opposite there.
I tried to match it up with you. Yeah. I hope Jeff Wilson doesn't burn us, but I think he's going to be a great play. I think he's going to be fine.
Who should I start? Kenneth Walker, Tyler Lockett, or Amari Cooper? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Kenneth Walker.
Ken Walker. Boom. Did we just become best friends?
Are we just? Yeah. No, I think I really like Kenneth Walker. I mean, you have really good other options, Lockett and Cooper. I think those are great sell candidates. They both have had really good games. Try to combine them to get an elite wide receiver if you can.
How are we feeling about Kittle this week?
Kittle. Seems like we're on the 49ers train. I do think Kittle has a chance to have a great game, but we're on a lot of Niners. We're on, Debo, Jeff Wilson. It's tough. It's really tough. I think Kittle's just a start. He just is a start unless you have Mark Andrews or Kelsey or Goddard.
Scott is absolutely breaking my heart with this question, but I get it. Mike Boone or Najee Harris in a standard league.
Yeah, I think you have to go Najee Harris.
You do. Mike Boone just not actually he was on the field 43% of the time last week, so it's not as far off this week. That's crazy where we're at with Najee Harris, but I'd still go with Najee. He's a much better player, but full disclosure, the outlook for Najee's not good.
Not good.
Full PPR, Waddle or McKenzie? I'm going to go with Waddle.
Yeah, still with Waddle. We're fading Waddle for good reason. They've got the third string quarterback in there, and Isaiah McKenzie is a part of that big over-under game. But we know the upside of Waddle. We know he could take everything to the house. We hope his groin injury is back and healthy and that he's should get a full workload. So just stick with Waddle.
Don't have any more start sits, but just want to thank you guys for all the help. We got you, man. Appreciate you coming by. I need a running back 2 and a wide receiver 2 and a flex. My options are Walker, Benjamin, Kirk, Pittman, Mike Williams. Okay. Mike Williams is in.
Yeah.
Target hog, even without Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Much
so
better.
Is Ken Walker.
When it comes down to your running back, it's Ken Walker. Now it's, do we like Eno Benjamin, Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman?
I think I like Eno.
Oh, my.
You were going Pittman?
I like Pittman.
Yeah. I want to like Pittman. I have Pittman in so many places.
Let's try this again. 3, 2, 1. Jeff Wilson.
Damn it!
Come on. Eno or DK at the flex.
I'm going DK there.
Love. Okay.
Yeah.
Start to normal PPR. J.K. Dobbins, Ken Walker, or Jacoby Myers. I'll play both running backs.
Yeah, agreed.
Start Kittle or Taysom Hill?
Ugh, gross. I think,
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. It doesn't feel good. I've got Kittle ahead in my rankings, but
I think you have to have him. But like when you think about it, Andy Dalton's starting.
Mm-hmm.
Woof. Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave all out. What does that really leave you offensively? Like Sean Payton's going to have to get creative like he did last week. I think we're going to see a lot of Taysom Hill, a lot of Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I think we will too.
Romeo Doubs or George Pickens at the flex?
I think it's fine just fading all Steelers.
Yeah. Romeo Doubs. Full PPR running back Hunt or Pollard, and wide receiver pick 2, Thielen, AJ Brown, Lockett. Thanks.
So for the wide receivers, I think I'm going Lockett and AJ Brown.
I am as well.
Yep.
Hunt or Pollard? Going Hunt.
Yeah.
Another question. Duvernay or Garrett Wilson?
I think I'm going Duvernay.
I am as well.
He's asking these questions lots.
3.
But do we want to answer at the same time?
3, 2, 1. Jeff
Wilson.
Yes. Let's go. That is a friendly reminder to not spam the chat. We will get to every single one, but it's fun. We finally got it right after, I don't know, 7 or 8 tries.
Rogue coming in again with the super chat just to wish everyone good luck.
What a guy.
Absolute stud, Rogue.
Good luck, man. Hope you get those wins this week.
Yeah.
And if you don't, we'll be here the same time, same place next week to help you pick up the pieces and move forward.
We will, absolutely.
We got you.
Better for worse.
It's like we're married.
Kind of feels like it sometimes.
Start one at the flex in a full PPR. Deontay Johnson, Miles Sanders, or AJ Dillon.
Miles Sanders.
Oh, yeah. I was going to go 3-2-1. Jaguars D or Minnesota D?
Jags D.
But Mini plays that Skylar Thompson.
Indianapolis has nobody.
I know they don't. You're right. All right, we'll go Jags.
Matt Ryan loves to take sacks.
Yeah, he does. He loves to throw picks too. Or Broncos or the Pats. I'll still go the Jags.
No, I'll just go Jags.
I looked
this morning. I realized how good of the Jags would be, and I looked everywhere to see if they were available to pick up, and they're owned everywhere.
I can't remember what they are this week, but last week they were on the year like number 3 against the rush and number 7 against the pass. They're just good. As I already have Hollywood Brown, would you be willing to start Rondell Moore along with him, or take your chance on the likes of Callaway, McKinnon, or Rashad White?
Gator, you want to just like transfer your team to us, and then you don't have to worry about all these questions anymore?
Yes. I can't take on more teams. I can't.
No, I've got 10 right now. I've told you lots of times. I think I like Jerick McKinnon, dude. But
yeah, I think so too. There's no sense in getting a double share of an offense that really just hasn't been great through the air so far.
Yeah.
Pitts or Njoku? I'll go Njoku. Please help. I don't know who
I know. We made that sound easy. It's not easy.
I think I'm just like, look, Kyle Pitts, until things like change, I'm out on you.
I want to see 10 targets from Kyle Pitts before I'm going to start him again.
I'm not trading him. I'm not dropping him. I'm just sitting him on my bench. Yeah. It is
sucks. Having to roster 2 tight ends, it's terrible.
It is. Deion Jackson or AJ Dillon? I'm gonna go with Deion.
Yeah, me too.
3, 2, 1.
Jeff Wilson. We should just switch our answer. Just go, let's hedge now.
Kyle Pitts or Tyler Higbee in a full PPR. Thomas, same thing as the David Njoku. I'll take the guy that's led the league in targets at the tight end position. Yes, more than Akers. Or sorry, more than Andrews. More than Kelsey.
Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, Tyler Higbee. Ken Walker, Kareem Hunt, ETN, Amari Cooper. Pick one for a half PPR. Whoa.
Kenneth Walker.
It's close between Walker and Hunt for me, but I think I lean Walker.
It's closer for me between Amari and Walker.
Okay. Need a flex in a full PPR. Deion Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, or James Robinson.
I think I
go Deion.
Deion Jackson over J.K.?
It's really close. I don't like the split between Robinson and ETN. So Deion Jackson's just going to get all the work. Like Philip Lindsay's not going to come in and spell him after what he did last week. Can they move the football with Deion Jackson? That's the question.
Lindsay looked terrible.
He did.
What was the snap share of J.K. Dobbins last week?
That is a great question.
He was 40% only.
40.
You hate to see that.
They've been talking up Gus Edwards, even though J.K. Dobbins fully healthy.
Yeah, Gus Edwards isn't healthy yet, though, is he?
No, he's like next week though.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Deion Jackson's my answer.
Okay.
Walker or Sutton at the flex in a PPR? I will go with Walker.
Yeah, we're all in on Walker. Hopefully, I really hope he has a big game.
I can't wait till DJ Dallas touches the ball more than him. It's gonna be awesome.
That is the risk level of the Seahawks, is how much DJ Dallas is going to get used. It could be a 50-50 split. We don't know. But we're taking the talent and the explosiveness and the rookie, and saw what he did last week.
Yep.
Love it. I'm in love with him.
Snap Army member Chris Timmons, our guy, Myers or Lazard in a full PPR. Chris, I'm going to go with Lazard there.
I'm fine with it. Based on the injury report,
you're just a Lazard hater. It's fine.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
If Myers was fully healthy all week, I would go with Myers with confidence in a full PPR. But because he was
Bailey
banged up, I'm going to hedge with that reasoning.
We didn't get this one. Kirk, London, Gordon, Henderson, Pickens in a full PPR. Just need one. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Daryl Henderson. Yes.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Love the stream. Going to come back next week. Appreciate you.
What do we have for likes, guys? Let's get up to likes. We're almost there. 90 people watching. We have just over 10 minutes left before game time. Let's get 50 up to at least 60 here. We're 53 right now.
Okay. First year of fantasy. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying Ben. Full PPR, need a running back 2 and a flex. Dobbins, White, Pierce, Wilson. He's got Miles Sanders and Chris Godwin currently. Okay. So the running back 2 has to be J.K. Dobbins.
Looks like it.
I like him much more than Rachaad White. In terms of Alec Pierce and Garrett Wilson, I mean, the tougher matchup here is for Garrett Wilson against the Green Bay Packers, who have a really good secondary. But I do think that Wilson is just better. So I'm going to go with Wilson. It's close, but I'm going to go with Wilson.
Not chasing the targets last week from Alec Pierce.
Yeah, but I've seen a larger sample size of Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I really like Garrett. It's been disappointing with his past couple of weeks, but now that Zach Wilson's back, and that was our biggest concern. I still think he's I'm just gonna repeat you if I keep talking. So keep going.
Zach, good morning. Got a headache at wide receiver 2 in a full PPR league. Myers is in for now, but could you start Juju?
I could start Juju.
Yeah, I'd probably start Juju in just the highest over-under game of the week over Jacoby.
You think if you look at his targets, Mac, how many targets do you think Juju's going to get this week?
7.
He's been averaging 8 every single week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he could get 8.
Lazard is also an option. I still probably go Juju.
Yeah, I think I go Juju as well.
Need some help, gents. Full PPR, start 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Judy, Boyd, Singletary, or Zeke.
I think I'm going Singletary.
I'm going to go Judy over Boyd. Judy over Boyd. A PPR, I'm going to go Zeke.
Do we have a new member?
We do.
Coming in?
Brandon Phillips. Welcome to the Snap Army, my dude.
Appreciate you. I will, if you're part of our Discord, I'll send you a link to get in our private Discord chat.
Put the link in the chat if you can, put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to join the Discord, and then Brandon, when you join, we will reach out, or Landon will reach out to you and get you into the private chat.
Yeah, the grown-ups table.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. That's awesome. Welcome.
We very much appreciate it. I mean, it's just it's a small amount to support the show.
Yeah, it's like $3 US a month. It's nothing crazy, but we're trying to get a bigger community. Give the people what they want.
Yeah, it really helps the show.
He's also got in another PPR league, Hunt, ETN, or AJ Dillon. I would go Hunt there.
Yeah, I would go Hunt as well. We love, ETN and the talents, and every time he touches the ball, he looks explosive. But the Jaguars are just going to be a frustrating organization to rely on. Yeah,
Stewart's in England. I figured when he said good evening, he was UK bound, but England all the way. Mooney brought in for Judy. I needed to see a better Steelers offense before I start Johnson. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And like I said, Stewart, like a decent sell target is Deontay Johnson. If he has another high target week, I don't know that the red zone opportunities are going to be there.
Ton of targets, just the quality of targets is poor. He had 13 targets last week. He's had 4 to 5 weeks with double-digit targets.
Zach said at this rate, we need a Jeff Wilson soundboard button. we probably should. Yeah. There's some stuff we can add into the stream, I think, over time. I would love to get some GIFs going. Like a Michael Scott, like, thank you.
Right. Yeah, that'd be good. Just a big one coming up on the screen.
Yeah.
Love it.
In a half PPR, I have Swift and Taylor out. Dude, I feel the pain on that. In my one dynasty league, I have Swift, Taylor, Javonte Williams. It's like, rip. I'm starting Daryl Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson this week, so it could be worse, but he's got Warren or Edmonds for the running back, Higgins or Gallup for the wideout slot. Appreciate it. So Gallup is not a name we've brought up in the Higgins conversation yet.
I'm willing to go Higgins.
Yeah, and like the Jalen Warren versus Chase Edmonds. There's nothing I've seen from Chase Edmonds that makes me want to play him, but at the same time, Jalen Warren is playing the Tampa Bay Bucks as a compliment to Najee.
Yeah. The last few weeks for Chase Edmonds
has been rough.
5 attempts, 6 attempts, 5 attempts, 1 attempt on the ground.
And not getting the ball a ton through the air either.
I would rather add DJ Dallas off waivers.
Agreed.
No,
agreed.
I think stashing Chase Edmonds is fine if Mostert gets hurt. But that's at this point all he is right now. He's a stash. He's not a start.
Starting Najee over ETN, half PPR. Am I crazy? Don't trust Jag's usage of him. You are crazy, Joe. You crazy.
Yep, kind of.
ETN's slowly getting more work than James Robinson.
Oh, we got DJ Duvernay in the house here.
Oh, TJ Duvernay. Oh, did I skip over the DJ?
You skipped over the DJ. That's okay.
My bad. But I'm just going to go back to Joe real quick.
Yeah.
I would start ETN.
Yeah. If you're in a full PPR league, he's in half. It becomes closer.
Does it though? Does Kenny Pickett check it down to Najee?
No, that's why it's closer for me, like to start ETN.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you're right. I think they're really close.
ETN.
Okay.
I'll let you take this one.
Full PPR, Pickens, ETN, or Deion Jackson. I kind of want to do Jackson because my opponent has JT. I feel the disrespect, and today I like it. I would probably go Deion Jackson over ETN.
It's close. There's going to be more opportunity for Jackson probably. So
and
yeah, I'm good with it.
Disrespect is great. Though how bad last week that Philip Lindsay looked, I can't imagine them giving him the football ever again.
No. They shouldn't.
Our timing, Mac, is spot on.
I know. With 6 to spare, we got 2 questions left. In the mud here, Trevor Lawrence or Jacoby in a 2 QB league, I would go with Trevor Lawrence.
I like it. Yeah, they've got the number of the Indianapolis Colts, so I'm into it.
Browns D or Pats D?
Same matchup. I would just go Pats D, I think.
I would go Browns D.
Yeah. If you had to
I like Jacoby as a game manager over Bailey Zappi. And if I'm choosing someone to win this game, it's the Browns and with their run offense. So it's going to come down to like, will Chubb or Hunt fumble versus will Zappi have to throw it to catch up?
Neither defense is actually good because it's a run heavy game script. You want sacks and interceptions when you're starting your defenses, and both teams are really good at running the football. But I do like the Pats' schedule going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Should I start ETN over Sutton at the flex? I'm going to go Sutton.
I'm going to go Sutton as well. Yeah. He's the alpha there. Russ at least is getting the ball to him reliably.
And at least you have something to watch and interest on Monday. You know, I know you don't want to rely on it, but I think it's fun.
I got a text question here real quick.
Okay.
MVS, Isaiah McKenzie, Pickens, or Dubs, one has to sit. Who would you sit of that group? MVS, McKenzie, Pickens, Dubs.
We'll sit one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just then go Pickens. We're sitting.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Who should I play at wide receiver 2 and a flex? Mostert, T, Lockett.
I think I'd probably just go T and Lockett.
I'm okay with it. I do like Raheem Mostert, but
yeah, the way he's getting used, it's not bad for sure.
Take these for me. I just got to do something real quick here.
Yeah, full PPR. I got Mixon, Barkley, and Henry. Got offered D-Hop and Christian Kirk for Jacoby, or Jacoby for Mixon. I am fine getting Mixon for. No, I would just keep Mixon. I'm not right now. I don't know what it is. I'm just out on D-Hop. I know Mac likes DeAndre Hopkins better, but I think that I would prefer to have Mixon rest of the season, even though you've got a really good running back core.
Yep. Who do I start, Kenneth Walker or Jerry Jeudy? I would go Ken Walker.
Ken Walker.
Choose 2, Pittman, Godwin, Kirk. Full PPR, Pittman and Godwin.
Yep.
How about Jalen Hyatt last night? The kid was like Tyreek Hill speed with CeeDee Lamb length.
Yeah, 5 receptions, 4 touchdowns, and like something like
Gabe Davis 2.0.
Yeah. I saw it on Twitter that he was like the new Packers wide receiver.
Oh yeah, there's no chance.
He's too good.
There's no chance.
He's too good for that.
Here, Lando, we'll test as the last question of the stream: Knox or Conklin?
Dawson Knox. Let's go.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
That's crazy. 3, 2, 1.
Dawson
Conklin. Just wondering if the Jags have the Colts number, why would Kirk not be a play?
He'd be a fine play.
Yeah, but I'm just not playing him over Pittman or Godwin.
Right. Yeah.
That it's not that I don't like Christian Kirk, because I like Pittman and Godwin better.
Right. Exactly.
Jeudy or Devontae Smith at the flex.
I would
go with
Devontae. Sorry, Smith.
Yep.
Yes.
Our guy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys. That was a great stream. We did answer every single question right down to the buzzer. If you didn't, toss a like on this video. That would be appreciated. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, we appreciate that as well. We do this every single week. So if you were new today, come on back next week. Same time, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 90 minutes before kickoff. Good luck today. Anything you want to say before we go, Lando?
No. Good luck, everyone. And we'll see you next week.